It was a tough night. It was a tough night for my UFC predictions. Yes, it was. Cheers to that. You know what I mean? You can't win every one of them, right? But for my first UFC loss, I'm taking it in a stride, guys. You know why I'm taking it in stride? Because overall, my UFC predictions, I am 22 and 19. Yes, today I went 4 and 7. You know what I mean? There's gonna be jackasses out there that are gonna remind you of your losses. But you have to remember, guys, this is my first UFC predictions loss. Okay? The first one, the first UFC fight night of 2025, I went 11 and 4. Terrific record. All right. Then the next event for UFC 311, okay, I went 7 and 6. Not that pretty, but still a winning record, guys. Okay, 7 and 6. And then today I went 4 and 7. Okay, I started off hot. All right, but then as it went to the main card, it got ugly for me. Okay, it got really ugly for me. I ended up with an overall I ended up with a losing record today. I went 4 and 7. I'm gonna own up to it. I went 4 and 7 with this fight card. The fights didn't go as I expected. However, for 2025, I have a winning record right now. I am 22 and 19. All right, so that is good. All right, that is good. And you know what? We still have more events for 2025. It is early, guys. It is really early. Okay, so to actually, predict 2 events and have a winning record, and then finally, come out in the losing end. Hey, I'm not mad at that, guys. I'm really not mad at that. It was a terrific night. I gotta give my MVP to MVP. Guys, I got to give it to Michael Venom Page. All right. I knew that he was going to be dynamic. I knew that going into this fight, it was going to be tough. It was not going to be easy for Magomedov. It just wasn't. And I knew that coming in, especially how, their styles are kind of similar, right? But we got a chance to see Michael Venom Page really open up. The guy is really creative. All right. He's really hard to actually, he's really hard to predict. The guy has fantastic feints. He was feinting. He was doing everything he wanted to Magomedov. And as I was watching the fight, I was surprised. I was like, wow, Michael Venom Page is actually picking him apart and bullying him in this fight. How you doing, man? Hopefully you having a good one, guys. Guys, I came out in the losing end of my predictions for this card, okay? I ended up going 4 and 7 with my fight predictions, which, it's my first time actually losing, guys. It's my first time losing. All right, for coming out of the losing end for fight predictions, I went 4 and 7. But overall for 2025, guys, I have a winning record. I'm 22 and 19. Okay, 22 and 19 for my fight predictions. That is not that bad, guys. All right, once again, I'm going to repeat. The first event, Mackenzie Dern headliner. Okay, for 2025, I went 11 and 4. Okay, I went 11 and 4. All right, and then my second event, I went 7 and 6, and it's still a winning record, not that pretty. And then finally, I come out in the losing end with the UFC fight night today with Adesanya as the headliner. I went 4 and 7, but overall for 2025, I am 22 and 19. I am not complaining, guys. I am not complaining. All right, that means if you have done, your due diligence, you can tell that it's hard to predict these fights, man. Mixed martial arts, it's a different sport. Oh my God, you look totally high. I definitely don't smoke. You know what I mean? I definitely don't smoke. I am not high. I am clear as day. I don't know how I look high. My eyes aren't red at all. I am here. I am here. Well, I'm not high at all, guys. I actually stopped the live stream because I actually had to finish up cooking and I wanted to eat. And man, that food was terrific. Cheers to that, guys. But yeah, guys, I do not smoke. I do not smoke. So if I was high, I don't know what you're talking about because I don't smoke. What the hell? You know what I mean? So that's that, guys. But I have to go. All right, man. You have a good one, man. You have a good one. Blessed to you, guys. Blessed to you. And name is OE. Name is OE. Have a good one, man. Have a good one. But guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, but like I said, the MVP for this UFC fight night would have to be MVP. It'll have to be Michael Venom Page. All right, he not only surprised me, but he went in there and just totally was dynamic. He was dynamite. He literally was. But it was a good fight night, man. I cannot complain. It was a great fight night. I give it up to all the fighters. You know what I mean? They came to show out, you know, for the crowd. I think that heavyweight division, that heavyweight division fight, you know, the one right before Magomedov with Pavlovich and Rosenstrike, that fight was terrible. All right, that fight was absolutely terrible. But you know what, guys? That's what to expect. That is what you expect of the heavyweight division, guys. That heavyweight division is in shambles. Literally, that heavyweight division is in shambles. All right, that was number 5 rank and number 8th rank, I believe. You know, top 10 fighters that we just saw in the heavyweight division in this UFC fight night. And let me tell you something, that fight was awful. Both guys looked like shit. Okay? And like I said, I honestly wanted to, you know, I wanted to see the UFC actually try to revamp the heavyweight division by, you know, having a heavyweight division for the Ultimate Fighter. But from what I see, they don't have I believe they have a welterweight and a lightweight, a welterweight and a middleweight, if I'm not mistaken, for the Ultimate Fighter. Which, for what? You guys need to revamp that heavyweight division. There's nobody there. Okay? Francis Ngannou could walk in right now and knock out all of your top 10 fighters. Point blank. He could knock out all your top 10 fighters, and that'll be the end of that. All right? The only competition that he honestly has, you know, it will be Jon Jones. And Jon Jones doesn't want that fight. Francis Ngannou, it's a different type of beast. All right? He's very big. You know what I mean? Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Like and subscribe, guys, if you are new to the channel. All right, it takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys. But, guys, if Francis Ngannou right now walked into the UFC, all right, and he was given a UFC contract, he would knock out all top 10 UFC fighters in that division. The only one I think that will give him problems would be Jon Jones. And like I just said, I repeat myself, Jon Jones does not want that fight. All right, he doesn't want to fight Tom Aspinall because he's a no-name, and he definitely don't want to fight Francis Ngannou. And it's not because he's a no-name. Francis Ngannou is a huge name, okay? And it isn't that. It's because he understands that taking Francis Ngannou to the ground is harder said than done. It's easier said than done, I'll tell you that much. All right, it's not going to be that easy. You got to close the distance to be able to take somebody down, and that's dangerous, especially when you have power like Francis Ngannou, okay? How you doing, Jonathan? That's your name, right? Jonathan, how you doing? Blessings to you. Hopefully you're having a great Saturday, and you're doing your thing, and you have a life. You know what I mean? That's good. That's good, man. Blessings to you, man. You know what I mean? Blessings to you. But, guys, like I said, overall, I'm 22-19 for my UFC predictions. I have a winning record. All right, until I have a losing record, that's when I'll start pressing the panic button. And even then, I'm not going to press the panic button until the very last fight card of 2025. Okay? Because right now, I am coming out in the winning end. I'm 22-19, which means most of the time when I predict the fights is going to be 50-50. You know what I mean? And you know what? I'll take it. I'll take my 22-19 and I'll walk home with it. All right? Straight up. There's some haters out there that are obsessed with me. Literally, they're obsessed with me. All right? They want to follow me. They want to watch me. They want to fuck the same girls I fuck. It's out of control, guys. All right? We have massive haters out there that as soon as you lose, they're there. They're there to show up. They're there in a new suit. Guys, if you're one of those, you're a fucking loser. Literally, man. Like, get a life, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, we have people out there that they want to just every time you got a loss or something like that, they're appearing. They're coming out of the woodworks. And like I said, we have people out there that are watching me. They're obsessed with me. And not only are they obsessed with me, but they want to fuck the same girls I fuck. Like, it doesn't make sense to me, guys. Go get a life, all right? And go get your own life. Stop trying to walk in the same footsteps as somebody else, because you're not going to, my shoes don't fit you, okay? My shoes don't fit you, all right? Point blank, period. So get yourself, if you're a man and you have children, go take care of your children, man. Literally, go take care of your children, man. Seriously, because we got people out here that, I'm telling you, as soon as the event ended, I had a jackass come on my page and write a comment talking about, oh, you went 4-7, you don't know nothing about mixed martial arts, you're a casual. I'm just like, wait a minute. If the very first thing, if I'm the very first thing that comes to mind, okay, if I'm me, just little old me, if I'm the very first thing that comes to your mind, that means I live in your head, boy. That means I'm living in there. That means every single fucking day of your life, whether you want to admit it or not, somehow I appear in your mind. And that right there, if you're a man, that right there is gay activity, man. Literally, man. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw the comment on my page talking about you're an overall fighter. I mean, you went 4-7. You know nothing about mixed martial arts. You're a casual, blah, 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 blah. Bro. I'm talking about, it couldn't have been 2 seconds after Adesanya got knocked out. This person commented on my video, okay? And the first thing that came to my mind was laughing. I started laughing because I know from my end, I have a winning record overall. This is my first event that I actually come out in the losing end. But overall, for 2025, I have a winning record. I'm 22-19, okay? That's the first thing that came up, was laughing. Then the second thing that came up was like actual nausea. Because in my head, I'm like, man, I have a grown man, all right? A grown man actually thinking about me that much on a Saturday afternoon. This person is thinking about me, you know what I mean, so hard that you actually have to go to my page and leave a comment. Bro, get a life. You're obsessed with me. It seems like you want to suck my dick, literally. That's gay activity, man. If I'm in your mind, like I said, I live in your mind. I basically pitched the fucking tent right in your head, man. You know what I mean? And if that's the case, my dude, you are obsessed with me. You want to walk in the same shoes as me, but they can't fit, my nigga. And not only that, but OMG, you probably want to fuck the same girls I fuck. Literally. It's sickening, man. It literally is sickening, man. And it makes me smile and it makes me laugh because it honestly is like, why does another man wanna actually think about another man? You must be broke. Honestly, you must be broke, living in a sad-ass apartment, you know what I mean, with roaches. You know what I mean? You probably have family members that live the same way, dirty as hell. They probably live in the projects. You know what I mean? They have nothing to show for it. A bunch of losers, literally a bunch of losers, because I cannot see myself thinking about another man ever, let alone that often. That you have to comment on my page. You have to literally come to my YouTube page and leave a comment the very second the event is over. That just tells me everything about you. I would love to see you on beef fights. You would love to see me on beef fights? Well, I'll tell you what. If I ever went on beef, if somebody had a beef with me, you know what I mean, and they wanted to fight in an actual, like, octagon, yeah, I'll probably do some damage. For sure. Guaranteed. I don't care how many street fights you've got in. It's not a street fight. If you fight me in an octagon, you're very much in trouble. That means I'm going to be able to use everything that I ever learned in my life, which means you are going to fucking get cut up. You're going to get hit. I know I'm going to get hit as well, but I bet you're not going to be able to last past the first round. That's guaranteed. Most people cannot even last 3 minutes. I've seen it, bro. I've seen tough guys come into the gym and they're talking about knocking out people. And when they go into the gym, they look like fucking Mike Tyson the first 2 minutes. But after the first 2 minutes, they're exhausted. They're breathing. Their heart is in their assholes. And they cannot even go another round. And they talking about timeout, timeout. There is no timeouts in a fight, brother. What it is, it's a fight. All right? And we're going to fight to the very end. All right? Until you stop moving. And unfortunately, I've seen it happen. I've actually invited people who actually were tough guys. I actually have a cousin. I have cousins of mine, actually family members of mine, that I would have loved to put my hands on them. Literally, I would love to put my hands on them. But they're weaklings. And they outsize me. You know what I mean? They outsize me by a bunch of weight. And yet I go ahead and I ask them, hey, you know, why don't you come to the gym? Come over to the gym. You know what I mean? For we could get, you know, a good sparring session in. And you know what the answer is? No. No. And I know why. You know what I mean? It's simple. Because they know for a fact I'm going to record the whole ass whipping. And they don't want people to know that they're not really a tough guy. You know what I mean? They don't want to know that. But me, I go against anybody. It doesn't matter what size you are. I used to do it when I was younger, when I used to go into gyms and spar with bigger guys. I'm not a big guy at all. But I'm telling you what. I sparred with 200-pounders. Okay, I rode with 200-pounders. You know what I mean? And I held my own, guys. So if I ever went to that little, what is it, beef fights, I most likely humble the person. That's for damn sure. Gay activity. That is gay activity, man. I'm sorry. If you're thinking about a person that much, guys, I kid you not. I kid you not, guys. As soon as the event was over, I'm not even lying. As soon as the event was over, and it wasn't even to the point where Imavov was actually on the mic with Paul Felder. It didn't even get to that point. I'm talking about when they were showing the highlights when Adesanya was getting knocked out. That very moment, all right, which means the event wasn't even over. But that very moment, this person came to my page and left a comment, and I'm just like, bro, I live in your head. I live in your head. I reside in your head, bro. Literally. You are so... I don't know who this person is or where this person comes from, but I guarantee he's jealous of me, all right? He wants to be me, and he wants to fuck the same girls that I fuck. It's crazy to me, man. It's crazy because I always keep to myself. You know what I mean? I'm a humble person. There's a lot of people that think they know you, but they haven't sat in a table and or even had a conversation with you. So it's crazy to me, man. That's gay activity, man. If you're thinking about a man that often, guys, come on. That's gay activity. Izzy fumbled. He definitely did fumble, guys. Mars, he definitely did fumble, man. Fuck, man. You know what I mean? I really thought Izzy was going to go in there and give him hell, but, you know, Imavov, he showed that, you know, he's the next contender, man. You know what I mean? But I still give it to Chimaev. I think Chimaev should get the next title fight. That's my opinion. And if not, then put Chimaev versus Imavov, and let's see how that ends out. You have a pro card. You have a pro card. What do you mean you have a pro card? I'm confused. You should consider doing a StreamYard so we can engage with you. Just my opinion. A StreamYard. What is that? A StreamYard? Can you be a little bit more specific? I don't know what a StreamYard is, guys. What is a StreamYard, guys? And I'm sorry I don't have my robe on today. It's just because I just got finished. I just got done eating, and my next move is to actually work out. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna give my stomach some time to work out because today I'm actually gonna go on a run. I'm gonna go on probably a 2-mile run, and after that I'm probably gonna lift some weights as well. So it's gonna be a long one. So that's the reason why I'm dressed the way I am, man. Don't know what's gonna happen with Izzy. Well, you know, it's been a tough one for Izzy. What the fuck happened? Oh no. Oh no. What the yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with Izzy either. You know, he has a tough record. You know, don't get me wrong, he's lost against top competitors, but man, you know, he's going down, you know. Unfortunately, he lost his fight, and it puts him in a bad position right now, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, I really wanted to see Izzy win this one. You know what I mean? I thought he was capable of winning it. Especially, I told you guys, I watched the video with Israel Adesanya. He was training his wrestling He was training his wrestling and his wrestling defense. And I tell you what, it showed. It showed. Imrov tried multiple times to take down Izzy, and Izzy looked really, really good. He actually went for his own takedown. So it was impressive. It was impressive from both men. But at the end of the day, Izzy got caught, and he came out on the losing end, man. Unfortunately. Are you a pro fighter? Is what I'm asking. I was asking. The first seeing your channel. No. I never fought in pro. I never fought in pro. Never did. When I was 19 years old, I actually competed in Muay Thai. That was an amateur fight. I had 2 amateur fights in Muay Thai. That was at the time. The gym was called LA Boxing, and this gym was located in Connecticut, and actually in Norwalk, Connecticut. You guys can look that up if you want to know some information. I do not know if that gym is even open till this day. It's probably not. But yeah, the gym was called LA Boxing, and I ended up joining just that gym just because I wanted to get into Muay Thai and continue my Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu skills, because I was into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but I did want to work on my striking. So I ended up working with a guy in there who was from Thailand. He was an older guy, short guy from Thailand, and he ended up, after 2 months of training, he ended up getting me into amateur fights. And I ended up going 2-0 in my Muay Thai amateur career. Never competed in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, never competed in boxing or kickboxing, but I did compete amateur. I was an amateur. I did compete in Muay Thai, and I was 2-0. I am 2-0. And that was the only time I ever competed, guys. That was it. Once I knew for a fact that I could throw elbows, and my kicks are very dynamic, and my kicks are actually better than my fists. That's all I needed to know. You know what I mean? And that's that, man. StreamYard is a mobile application that allows users to live stream to social media platforms and engage with their viewers. StreamYard. Let me write that down. It's called StreamYard. StreamYard. All right, let me write this down. StreamYard. Just make sure I want to see it. StreamYard. I got to check it out. I got to check that out, man. No, I've never even heard of that. Never even heard of StreamYard. This is the first time I'm actually witnessing or knowing anything about it. But I'm definitely gonna look into it, guys. Why not? You know what I mean? If I'm able to transition, my subscribers from here into another platform, that's awesome. You know what I mean? That's awesome. It always helps. You know what I mean? I'll check it out for sure, guys. But yeah, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Like and subscribe, okay? It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up, so you might as well do it, guys, okay? You might as well do it, all right? And don't forget to click that bell notification, guys. Click that bell notification because it keeps us all connected, and that's what this is about, all right? You put a link in chat, then we click on it, and we can do the live with you. Okay, I got to check that out. You put a link in the chat, then we click on it, and we can do the live with you. Okay, I got to check that out. Once again, I don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? But I'll check it out. I'll look into it. Okay, I'll look into it. I'll see, how to do that. It's just, yeah, I'm new to this, man. I don't like putting out formatted, edited videos just because I'm not that type of person, man. I live life right on the edge. You know what I mean? I live life right on the edge, and I figure, I don't give a damn if I do mistakes. I don't give a damn about any of that. You know what I mean? I'd rather do a live so you guys can actually see who I am. There's a lot of people out there that, edit their videos, and they're afraid to show them their true selves. But me, I'm totally different, man. I'd rather do lives for you guys can get, the nitty and gritty of who I am and what I'm about. You feel me? Who you got tonight? Benavidez and Morale. Sounds great. Yeah, that's a boxing fight, isn't it? Freak. I'm gonna have to look into this now. I know it's a boxing fight. I know both guys and whatnot, but I just don't. Let me just look into both guys really fast. You know what I mean? And let me see. I just don't know. I don't really watch boxing like that, but let me look this up really fast. All right, hold on a second. But let me look this up. Hold on. All right, we got Benavidez versus Morale. Let me see. Oh, it starts at 8 p.m. or 5 p.m.? I don't know. Something like that. Damn, it called what? They're charging people for this? Damn. They're charging people for what the hell? Are they charging people for this fight? $80? I don't know about that. Uh I think for sure, homie. I got Benavidez by stoppage by like the 10th round. You know, I was just about to say I'll probably give it to Benavidez, you know what I mean? But that's a tough one, man. That's a tough one too. Both guys, you know what I mean? They're tough. You know, and like I said, I don't really watch boxing like that, but I know who both guys are. I have watched. I think I've watched one or two of David Benavidez fights, and I think I watched one of David Morales fights. I believe I was over at my friend's house, and he had it on, but I didn't really watch that fight in detail. Like I wasn't sitting there and watching it like I do with UFC, with mixed martial arts or whatnot. But I did watch that fight, but I just think David Benavidez will take it. Yeah, let me go up here real fast. Let me see this real fast. I just want to see something really fast, because I'm trying to see what fight did I watch with him. I think it was this one. I think it was this fight where I watched Morale fight, and I think he won this fight, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. The MVP of this UFC fight night would have to be, Michael Venom Page, guys. It'll have to be MVP. The guy showed out. I didn't think that he was gonna go in there and do what he did. You know what I mean? But he definitely did. And congratulations to Michael Venom Page. Congratulations to Imavov. They both showed out, showed in. Yeah, I give it to David Benavidez. I give it to David Benavidez for sure. Don't get me wrong. I mean, from what I could see, this is the fight that I ended up watching with Morale. This is the fight that I ended up watching with David Morale. You know, David Morale, from what I saw from that fight, he likes to throw power punches. You know what I mean? He doesn't like to, like, how can I say this? Like, he doesn't throw with light punches. He doesn't set up punches. He doesn't hit you with light punches, you know, like maybe 45% punches. He doesn't hit you with those and then hit you with a big one. He throws with ill intentions with every punch. Whether it's a body punch, he puts like a lot of power into his punches. And I think that's going to come to a detriment later in the rounds. And I think that's where David Benavidez is going to actually counter and win the fight, because he takes, he doesn't throw, everything with power. And I think David Benavidez does. And I think when you go into the later rounds, that's going to be a detriment for him. He will be tired. I think David Benavidez will go in there and finish him as well, guys. Don't get me wrong. It's a tough fight to predict. Both guys are going to be in there. They're going to stay in the pocket, and they're going to, try to hurt each other. I know for a fact David Morale is going to go in there with ill intentions and throw with power, but I think that's ultimately what's going to, basically give him the L. He's gonna waste a lot of energy throwing those punches. I'll tell you that much, guys. But yeah, that's that, guys. That is that for my little prediction with David Benavidez and David Morrell. If I had to make a predictions there, but once again, guys, I just want to put this out there. Do not do gay activity. All right, do not do that type of stuff. All right, if you're gay, awesome. I have no issues with that. If you like men, awesome. That's not something that I partake in, but go right ahead. I have no opinion about that. But I do have an opinion with if you're at home, right? If you're at home or you're living your life, right? If you're living your life and all of a sudden another man comes into your mind to the point where you actually have to go to his YouTube channel and just leave a comment, I'm sorry, man. That is the gayest activity I ever heard of, because I have not once in my life have I ever had another man in my mind to the point where I actually have to hunt him down on his YouTube channel and leave a comment, guys. That is gay activity. That is the gayest activity. All right. And like I said, that means I live in your head. I reside in your head. And for some odd reason, I'm there. I'm there. Pitch in a tent, baby. Pitch in a tent. You know what I mean? With a fucking lantern. You know what I mean? Just straight chilling. You know what I mean? So, guys, don't do that. That is the gayest activity of all, literally. And don't be one of those people, man. Be a man. You know what I mean? Be a man. And if you consider yourself a man, and you're doing this, that's a sad story, man, because you're the farthest of an example of being a man. I'm just being real, man. That is the honest truth. But yeah, guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. All right, I'm done talking about mixed martial arts, boxing. After the 30-minute mark, usually I start talking about whatever it is you want to talk about. So, you know what I mean? Go right ahead. You know what I mean? Rapid fire. We could talk about whatever it is you want to talk about. That's what this channel is all about. The first 30 minutes, I always like to talk about the specific topic at hand, which was the UFC Fight Night today. And my MVP for today for this UFC Fight Night is Michael Venom Page. All right? For obvious reasons, okay? And now I'm done with that. What does my gun collection look like? Well, since you want to know, my gun collection looks good. It looks really, really good. I have two smaller guns. I don't want to say small because, you know what I mean, they're not small. But I have two smaller guns, two handguns. I have two handguns, and then I have an AR. And I have a Remington. I have a Remington that I actually purchased. I actually just recently purchased the Remington. It's a Remington shotgun. And I actually owned that. I owned the Remington shotgun before, but I actually gave. I didn't give it to someone, but they actually took it. You know what I mean? Because they're the one who actually owned it on paper. I was using it, but they owned it on paper. So I ended up after our situation, I ended up just getting my own. So now I have a Remington shotgun. So that's my favorite gun. Out of all my guns that I have, that is my favorite gun. It will have to be my Remington shotgun. And the reason why is because, man, the power. I love that gun. If you own a house or you own a condo and you live on your own, like myself, I think the best gun to have is a Remington shotgun, because if you're on the opposite wall of my house, if you're in an opposite wall, I don't have to get out of my safe area to be able to kill you. I can shoot through the wall, and I could kill you and whoever's standing right beside you. That's the reason why that's my favorite gun, because, man, with my bear droppers, if you ever heard of a bear dropper, go look that up if you're not familiar with it. A bear dropper, it basically is this hollow freaking just a piece of metal. A piece of metal is like that big and is about that around, widthwise is that much and is about that long. And it's meant to drop a bear. So if you shoot a bear, you're gonna kill the bear with that bear dropper Remington shotgun. And that's what I would use for home invasion. If anybody was to ever get into my house or anything like that, yeah, I'm using my Remington. That'll be the first option. And on my hip, don't get me wrong, I'll have my handgun. But on my hands, I would definitely have my light to shine up whoever's in my house, and my bear droppers And yeah, that's my collection right there. That is my. I want to get a revolver. One of my friends has a revolver. He has a Smith and Wesson revolver, and I kid you not, that little fucking that little. I mean, I always say little gun just because you can hold it in your hand, but man, that gun, that little revolver, is fantastic. That little revolver has power. I can tell you that. That little revolver has power. And I do want to get a revolver because I do not have one. I don't have a revolver, but I do want one. I gotta admit, after using it and going, shooting with it with my friend, man, I fell in love with his little revolver. It's so fucking fun. It's so cool. You know what I mean? You go and you get like, oh man, I like it. I like it. I must say. How often do I hit the range? I try to go often. I try to go like maybe, I want to say maybe 3 times a month. I go to the range probably 3 times a month. I get together with my friends and we go to the range and we get busy. Usually what we do is we get together, we do some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu rolling. You know what I mean? That usually lasts for like about 2 hours. We get some good, good sweat in. You know what I mean? And after the 2 hours, usually we all go to the range and we start shooting our guns. You know what I mean? Usually I would bring. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like I brought my Remington twice to the range, but it's just it's really loud. You know what I mean? And I noticed every time I bring it in and I do shoot, it gets everybody's attention, and then people are like looking like, oh, what type of gun is that? And that's not really what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for any attention. So I don't think I'll bring the Remington shotgun to the range anymore just because of those reasons. But yeah, we all bring our guns. I'll bring usually my 2 handguns and my AR, and I usually bring it in a bag. And same with my friends. You know what I mean? My friend actually has I want to say a sniper rifle. I forgot what's the name of it. He told me the name of it. He brings a sniper rifle, and that motherfucker is loud. That son of a bitch is louder than my shotgun. I can tell you that much. It just, man, it's loud. It's a loud ass gun. It's a big gun too. It's a loud gun. It's a big gun. But it's nice, man. It's nice. And I used it. He let me use it before. It's very, man, in a closed environment like that, because there's 2 different ranges. You know what I mean? There's a range that you have for handguns and shotguns, for, I don't want to say close range shots, but, for relatively, hittable targets, right? But then if you have a sniper rifle, the target is like fucking, I want to say almost 100 yards or maybe even more than that. You know what I mean? And it's pretty far. The target is pretty far. And even in a closed environment like that, it's very easy to hit the target right on point. It really is. But I can't imagine, like, if you're outdoors, you have to know how to, mathematically, deal with the wind. But in a closed environment like that, man, yeah, I like that gun. But obviously, you will have to practice outside and practice with the wind, because in a real world environment, that's what you're going to be dealing with. Thanks for explaining all that. Cool, bro. Yeah, man. For sure. Definitely. But yeah, guys, I wanted to keep this short and sweet, man. I wasn't going to stay on here for that long. I just wanted to come in here and basically, explain, what gay activity was, right? I definitely wanted to explain that. And I definitely wanted to explain my wins and losses of fight predictions. You know what I mean? This is my first event for fight predictions that I come out in the losing end. Once again, I went 4-6 today for UFC Fight Night. However, I still have a winning record. Like I said, my first fight predictions with Mackenzie Dern as the headliner, I went 11-4 in that prediction. Terrific. And then for my second event, for my second fight predictions for UFC 311, I went 7-6. Still a winning record, but not as pretty as the first event. And then obviously for this event, I went 4-6 with my first ever fight predictions loss, which gives me an overall 22-19. I repeat, 22-19 for fight predictions. So that leaves me with a winning record, guys. And I'm gonna go home with that winning record. All right, and I'm gonna continue the momentum, man. All right, but you guys stay safe. Have you you have a lot of Florida men out there. So yeah, you have a lot of Florida men out there. So yeah, what do you mean you have a lot of Florida men out there? What do you mean, like a lot of land to be able to shoot? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you're saying? But yeah, guys, my overall record for 2025 right now, as it stands, I'm 22-19. We're still over 500, so that's good. That is a good record. All right, we're gonna continue the momentum, and the next event. What's the next event here? Let me go look right here, really fast. What is it? UFC 312 or something like that? UFC events. Yeah, UFC 312, and this card is fucking trash. This card is going to be the hardest card to predict because it is fucking trash. This card is trash. Oh my gosh, this card is trash. Holy shit, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's going to be hard to predict that one. So I better do my due diligence. I'll tell you that much. But yeah, man, what do you mean you have a lot of Florida men out there? So yeah, I'm confused. I'm confused. Before I get out of here, I do want to know what you meant. I do want to know what you meant. Let me X out of that. X out of that. All right, cool. Could close that up. No, they're crazy, irrational men. No, they're crazy, irrational men. Well, I haven't dealt with anybody. You know what I mean? I haven't dealt with anybody that are crazy or irrational. You know what I mean? I stick to my own people. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I'm always getting invited to family events. You know what I mean? Before I changed my number 3 times, I always used to get invited for family events. And I think that's the worst environment you could be in, is a family event, because I tell you what, I don't get along with a lot of these fuckers who who are family members of mine. I don't get along with them at all. You know what I mean? Not even from a hole in the wall. You know what I mean? I don't get along with them. So for me, I stay away from people that I don't chill with. And if I don't have your number, you know what I mean, and I don't seek to call you or text you, and vice versa, then I'm not gonna go to an event that you're there. You know what I mean? Like, that's not me. That's not. I stick with my own people. I stick with my own kind, and usually the people that I hang out with, they're logical, right? They're logical. They're the type of men that live their life with their chest out, head up. You know what I mean? They're the type of men that don't think about other men, about how they look, and what they do. They don't think about other men like that. You know what I mean? We stick to our own lives. We're all men at the end of the day, and that's what it is. That's what it's about. But when I don't like surrounding myself with people who have gay activity. That's not me, man. You know what I mean? There's no way in my life I'm ever gonna think about another man to the point where I have to search him and have to hunt him down and try to get his number or seek his social medias to leave a comment. That's gay activity, man. That really is. So I stay away from that. You know what I mean? I stay away from men like that, because in reality, those are not true men, man. That's not a true man, in my opinion. I'm back. You can't run from me. I'm back. You can't run from me. I don't even know who you're talking about. I'm not running from anybody. All right. So if you're back, that's awesome. Good for you. Good for you. And like I said, if you're a man and you're coming on my channel and you're talking about, oh, I'm back, bro. Are you that guy? Are you that guy? You know what I mean? That are hunting people's, social medias down. You know what I mean? And, giving gay activity. That's a little gay, guys. But anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Like and subscribe. Click the bell notification. You might as well do it. All right? It takes minimal effort to give me that thumbs up. You already know what I'm about to say. Peace, one love. I'm out of here. You already know. Peace out.